Good evening, you guys. I'm gonna start giving y'all the opportunity to get the notifications. I know I came on late. I started to wait because I waited so late to come on. I'm gonna see who's going to come on and wait for you all to get the notifications. Okay, I know I was supposed to come back on earlier, but I'm just getting around to it. Hey, Cat Daddy. Hey, new to you. I decided to get on, and we could do it like an hour or so on. How about that? I always say that, and we just end up going over. We end up going over. How is everybody doing tonight? As y'all come into the room, make sure y'all hit the like button. I wanted to talk about Gangsta Boo and Big Scar. Hey, April. I love you too, April. DK Daddy says she's good at work. I know a lot of people have gotten into bed, but those that's up, they'll start seeing the notification. Because this is definitely something that I wanted to talk about in the wake of Big Scar and because it has concerned me how many artists have been overdosing, supposedly, you know. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. Just tap on the like button. Doing well, thanks for asking. Yeah, y'all. I wanted to talk about, like I said, Gangsta Boo and Big Scar. I think Gangsta Boo's death and Big Scar's, because Big Scar was still basically a baby. Even though Gangsta Boo was 43, she was still a young woman, right? And a lot of people, you hear a lot of people, especially around the Memphis area, because they say she was home visiting her families, talking about how good her spirit was, and she was excited about the album that she was working on, right? And with Gangsta Boo, Gangsta Boo was during my era, and we was very excited when Gangsta Boo, she was with 3 6 Mafia when they got that $1 million deal. Back then, $1 million was really a lot of money. It's a lot now. I wouldn't turn it down. But of course, we was just happy that they had gone mainstream, right? And Gangsta Boo later went on and changed her name to Lady Boo. She got saved and started getting into gospel and things of that nature. And she said that, being in the business, it caused, hey Letitia, depression and things of that nature. So, just word on the street. And Boo was very vocal. I don't think she said all that she could have said, but I think she was very vocal to some of the people around Memphis. People kind of knew that Boo had gotten like a bad deal, and a lot of her depression came from that. Even though Gangsta Boo was a name that she had chosen for herself, I think I remember somebody saying that she really, admired another rapper in Memphis, and she kind of, well, she said it on Drink Champs. She she kind of named herself after him, right? And this rapper in Memphis named Gangsta Pat, he came even before Project Pat. And so she didn't even own that name. She didn't own that name. The only thing Boo got was she got the fame, but she did not, as far as money and things of that nature, you know, unfortunately, Paul owned everything, all of her masters, owned her name. Anytime she wanted to, if hey, I was told that she was in a lifetime contract. They were saying that she was only 14 years old when she started rapping with them, and she said herself that she didn't know a whole lot about the business, right? So, to be in a lifetime contract, hell, to me, that ought to be against the damn law. So I think, especially when she left 3 6 Mafia and she didn't know the business like that. I think she thought she would be able to go out on her own because of the success that she had, and she could have very well been successful. I think it was during that time that she started to learn how grimy business was, when she couldn't do nothing, she couldn't work with nobody unless it was cleared by DJ Paul, right? She wasn't getting no royalties or nothing, because every song she ever wrote, everything she ever did, DJ Paul owned it. From my understanding, the way that he had her in a contract, it was work for hire. Whatever she wrote, whatever she did, he paid her something off of the top, and he got future earnings and things of that nature. Definitely a slave deal, right? And so, like I said, so Gangsta Boo went away for a very long time. There was rumors about her and Paul's relationship, and I have to say that they were rumors. I was not there. I don't know if they were, what went on in the past with them, but I guess things happen with men and women. And when she kind of broke off from that, it was a lot of bitterness. It was unfortunate because Gangsta Boo was very, very talented. She was very talented, and it's unfortunate that she did not know the business, to think, well, I'm cutting this off with a relationship I got with Paul professionally and privately. I'm going to cut this off and just go do my own thing. And that's when it hit her like a can of like a, I guess, a ton of bricks, that I can't do nothing unless Paul clear it. And so that's when she changed her name to Lady Boo. She started getting into gospel. She got saved and things of that nature. And that could have been the start of her doing hard drugs. Depression does a lot. Okay. Depression does a lot. It contributes to a lot of that. I'm not saying that she was not doing hard drugs back then. I'm just saying, with all of that type of stress, that could have contributed to it. Okay. Yeah, I was looking at that. They are saying that Lil Migos, got his chain snatched. Somebody, that's what they saying. I was looking at the young dude's page. I saw him with Lil Migos chain around his neck. DCat Daddy says that's a damn shame that she put in work and she basically got nothing. That's enough to have anybody depressed. I don't know what kind of deal Scar had with Gucci Mane, because Big Scar was very popular. He was very, very popular. I think Big Scar was going to go far. He was scheduled to go on tour with says, seems like someone didn't want her to become successful in her own way, and the person wanted to see her fall down by staying where she was at. Rest in peace, Lola Chantrell Mitchell, aka Gangsta Boo. Yeah. So with in the wake of Big Scar, and they haven't been the only two, but I always say this, I don't believe in a whole lot of coincidences. I actually don't really even believe in coincidences at all, right? Okay, there's nothing that's really coincidental to me. Okay. And but it's got a lot of people, especially with a lot of people starting to open their eyes about what's really going on in the industry and things of that nature. They're really starting to open their eyes, and they see how deadly it is. They see how evil it is in the industry. They're seeing this. People are asking, because a lot of these people been smoking weed and stuff forever. Now that we see a lot of these artists being killed or whatever, we see the authorities are really, really, especially the FBI, has started really, really paying close attention to the rap industry. Okay. So now have they started doing it another way. If you go and you pop somebody now, that's a murder investigation. And most murder investigations lead to arrest. So is it easier to just lace somebody up with some weed? Because see, we don't really know what she was on. People were saying that she might have been on allegedly on meth. We don't know that. We know she smoked weed. Somebody could have laced her weed up, right? The same thing with Big Scar. It's something about Big Scar's death that just do not sit right with me. I don't know why, but it's just something about it that don't sit right with me. Okay. Everybody was talking about, I was reading, on Facebook, and Gangsta Boo's cousin, she was a producer at the radio station we used to do our radio show on. Okay. Very nice, sweet girl. And she was showing video of Gangsta Boo. She was in really good spirits. That she had been with her cousin recently. She was home for the holidays. I was looking at that video. She looked healthy. She looked really healthy. So when people say she was really gone on drugs, you could tell when somebody is on some drugs, especially the type of drugs that they claim that she was on. She looked healthy to me. When you're on meth and things of that nature, and I'm not saying that she wasn't, but normally there is evidence of it. You could look at these folks and tell when they junked out. Okay, I'll say junked out. Street Politics says, Migos, you got to go get them chains back, or no more heavy camp CMG for you. Okay. So now a lot of people, Demon says, it's mad scientists out here pressing pills with Ajax Red Bull. Absolutely. Now that these people they have pill machines, they started making their own drugs and things of that nature. Of course. They're using anything. They're putting rat poison in this stuff. They doing anything, and these people are taking pills. We are in an era, unfortunately, where people have such codependent personalities, and when somebody get mad at you, I mean, they say some weed, they'll lace it up with some fentanyl, give you an overdose instantly. If you already smoking weed, you already doing some drugs, and somebody want to knock you off to get some insurance money, hell, they could do it. And it could be rude and overdose. I mean, they know that we know it ain't above a lot of these record heads and stuff. They'll do it. They'll do anything for some money. Right? So it's going to be interesting, if I'm not mistaken, somebody help me out if I'm wrong. Gangsta Boo's music, her first record, Inquiring Minds, went platinum, I do believe. I wonder who's going to. I'm sure her streams have picked up since she's died. Who does that money? Who benefits from that? Where does that money go? Okay, who gets her money? Who gets that money for a lot of her music that I'm sure the streams have tripled or doubled? Right? So that's why so many people are saying and asking, is it an accident? Or have these record labels found a way to off some of these artists? I'm trying to read the comments too. Have these record labels found a way to off these artists? Because we do know that people will do anything for some money. Stephen Cleve says this is the year for Skull and Bones, 322 or 323. Your anniversary is going to be a lot of deaths this year, murdered by the numbers. Well, I'll come against that in the name of Jesus. I send that back to the pits of hell. And 69 went platinum. And 69 went platinum. Wow. Wow. So do you all believe that these people are overdosing on their own? Or do y'all think, me personally, I'm starting to think that it's something going on. I'm starting to think that it's definitely something going on, but I think it's a damn shame when people don't have an issue with killing and taking somebody's life. Also, they can get a check, an insurance check. Okay. Like I was saying before, Big Scar was only 22 years old. Big Scar, we normally, it says God gives us 75 years. After that, we're living on grace. If Big Scar was 22 years old, about 50 years of his life, probably 50 something years of his life was taken. Just imagine if it was guaranteed that God would allow Big Scar to live for 75 years or longer. He was cheated out of 50 something years of his damn life. And it's easy for us to say that, well, Big Scar he was on something. It hurts me to talk about Big Scar because Big Scar was a baby. Teresa said, Miss T, did you know Djpat got out on bond tonight? No, I didn't know that. They said Djpat got out on bond. What's Patrick's name? What's Djpat's last name? Because if it didn't come from a media outlet, I don't believe it. I don't see that nowhere. I don't see that being reported in the news anywhere. He is out. He is out. You're right. Oh my God. They done went and paid his bond. Hold on. It says man accused of killing Migos rapper Takeoff released from jail after posting $1 million bond. This is a man that asked for help from the state. He was able to post a $1 million bond. 41 minutes ago.
This just in, we have confirmed the man charged with killing Migos rapper Takeoff has managed to post bond. Patrick Clark was being held on $1 million bond. He's accused of opening fire during a private party in downtown Houston late Halloween night. Investigators do not believe Takeoff was the target and think he was hit by accident.
Travesty of justice. I think we was talking about this yesterday or something like this. The atmosphere was being set for these men to get off on what they did. Now, the thing about it was what's important to me is who paid that $1 million. $1 million bond is not easy to pay because if you pay 10%, that's still $100,000. He just had to ask the courts for $5,000 for a damn private investigator. And I told y'all that lawyer that he got, even though she's court appointed, she's not a public defender. She's a private attorney that was appointed by the court. I think she's got dealings with Jay Prince and them. If I'm not mistaken, I've seen that lady in pictures with Willie D and all of them. I've seen her. She kind of hang in that circle, right? Wow, no way rappers would have to be fools to hang around certain people. And if I was Pat, because they might be getting him out so that he won't have to stand trial or nothing else ever again in his whole life. Because he might go missing. If he go missing, I don't think he'd ever be found. And I don't think he'd be on the run either. I think that somebody might fix it for him to go missing permanently, because remember, he let it be known that he was a threat when he thought he was left out there to hang dry. Right. He thought that he was left out there to hang dry. He started talking about he wanted to tell his side of the story. So, as I was saying the other day, it would not have been conducive for them to keep him in there anyways. They might be getting him out so they can kill him. The industry is evil. I'm telling you, they always saying drugs or they committed suicide or people are crazy. It's a lie. You're absolutely right. All them people tied in together. It's the Houston thing. Senior probably, yeah, I'm sure Senior did pay. Senior was just as happy out there on his little thing. He was out there on the water the other day. You know, when he was, I told y'all he was saying what I said. He said, yeah, y'all make sure y'all keep Takeoff name out there. Because they knew they was getting ready to pay that bond. This man just asked for $5,000 and said he had $0. Now I know people lie, but I don't believe he had $100,000. So you know, I know they're saying he needs to be put on house arrest, but house arrest, him trying to flee is the least worry. What he needs to be worried about is who's, you know, if somebody feel like is looking at him as a damn threat. Ain't this something? If I was Pat, I would have wanted to stay in. Right, he was safer in jail. Okay. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. They're saying that Djpat is out on bond. Well, we just saw it, right? We just saw it. He's out on bond. An atmosphere has been created for this young man to get off with what he did. Okay. Hold on, y'all. He's gonna pass from an overdose next. These Prince boys going to put him up in the cocoon. And Quavo just dropped a new song an hour ago. Well, I don't believe Quavo was involved. I don't. They'll take him to the island. Y'all, please get the likes up. If you haven't hit the like button, please hit the like button. Make sure you all hit the like button. Let's see how many likes we got. Hold on for 1 second, you guys. Hold on. So what y'all think about that? Who do y'all think actually paid his bond? I'm getting ready to drop the link. Who do y'all think actually paid that bond for Djpat? But we knew that they was trying to set the atmosphere for this to happen, right? Hey, McNard. Hit the like button. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe. And I just dropped the link. You know, we're talking about our record labels often artists, you know, and saying that they're overdosing and, We just got some news in that about 45 minutes to an hour ago that Djpat just made bond and is out on bond. Hey, just hard work, no sleep. This us the highlight of my 2 lives in one day. I just dropped the link. If anybody want to come up and talk about this, I mean, I guess we're not in shock. I guess I shouldn't be in shock that they have, he made this $1 million bond. They set the bond. Okay. And I think a lot of people thought that, Jay Prince and them would be too scared to pay the bond, that they would not want anything to do with it, you know. But the atmosphere, you guys, is being set, okay, for Djpat to do close to no time, if any time at all, in jail. They're going to try to say that, like they're saying, that it was an accident and give him close to no time in jail. Try to get him negligence or something like that. Why he was asking for $5,000, I think that's the limit that a court, well, I know that's the limit that per month, that a court will allow for a private investigator, right? That's per month. But even if the court did not grant him that, I mean, shoot, whoever just paid that $1 million bond could hire some of the best private investigators in Texas. Because $1 million bond is, you got to have $100,000 worth of collateral. Okay. No, you got to have $1 million in collateral. Yeah, collateral that equals $1 million, but at least $100,000 in money in case he do skip bail, and that bonding company don't have to pay that $1 million. So they'll make, you put up something that's equivalent to that million. If you ain't got the $1 million flat out. The industry is finding ways to kill celebrities who disagree. Right. A lot of people was talking about how Gangsta Boo was extremely excited, okay, about her new album, about working on her new album. Gangsta Boo had started to, even though she wasn't causing a whole lot of trouble, she was still kind of vocal about some things. She was kind of vocal. She didn't really hold back. She didn't say what she could have said about how they took advantage of her in the industry. She just talked about her depression and things of that nature came from some things that was going on in the industry. She did. I meant finding an excuse to typo. Okay, because I'm gonna tell y'all something. It's people in the streets of Memphis is saying that they think somebody intentionally laced both of them stuff, and they think it has something to do. They feel like Big Scars could have been on some get back, and they used somebody close to him to lace him up. And Gangsta Booze was strictly an industry situation to collect money. Now that's what's being said in the streets of Memphis. Okay. Jaguar Wright been exposing the industry. I'm surprised they haven't tried to take her out yet. Wow. She has definitely been exposing the industry. And you're right. I believe it was Jay Prince Sr. Because when Jay Prince Sr. got on live the other day, I mean, it was obvious he didn't, when he said, I could assure you nobody loved him more than me, or y'all love them just as much as me, or something to that effect. And then he turned around and said that the vloggers were only vlogging about him for money. Right. Tam, when are you going to invite Jag? I would love to interview Jaguar Wright. I would love to. Gangsta Boo looked full of life and very happy. Not like what's something right. They said she was very happy and excited about her album, that she was working on, her comeback. She was excited about her comeback. Gangsta Boo did not look like that. She was cracked out on drugs like that. The type of drugs that they're trying to claim that Gangsta Boo was on, it would have been evident of her being on them. Some drugs you can't hide that you on them. You can't hide them. You can't hide it because you're gonna see it in your appearance. If nothing else, you lose a lot of weight. Okay, I will. She sure does. Working on a book as well. So Gangsta Boo was working on a book also? Because if she was working on a book, shoot. That could have been it too. Look at how, Puffy's baby mama was working on the book, and look at what happened to her. They said don't go on Drink Champs, yeah, because y'all know Puffy owned Revolt TV. So that's his network, which means he runs it. At least that's what they say. Okay. A lot of these people just be the face of stuff. She sure does, working on a book as well. Industry don't be wanting those tell-all books to come in. Right. And I'm sure, Gangsta Boo had a lot to talk about. She had a lot to talk about, you guys. And I'm not trying to be accusatory as it relates to Big Scar, but it's just something about Big Scar's death that didn't sit right with me. Big Scar was slated to go on tour with Key Glock. I mean, for some reason, because the hate is so real as it relates to Young Dolph and his artist Steel, people are flipping out. And it's got a lot to do with jealousy. Was somebody mad that Big Scar was getting ready to go on tour with Key Glock? And then there has been a open war in Memphis with R&R, and allegedly Big Scar was the head of R&R. Did they use somebody close to him to give him a fatal dose of something? We believe that he was on drugs. That was evident of that. But was somebody that was close to him used to take him out? And now it's being really ruled an overdose. An accidental overdose. Okay. Because it's funny how we don't really see a whole lot of, when Big Scar died, we saw people maybe for the first day or so posting about him. Now people have just moved on, and I don't think Big Scar has even had a funeral. If it have, I hadn't seen it. You don't even hear people talking about rest in peace to Big Scar no more. No, none of them. And he hadn't even been put in the ground yet. That's more of a reason to take her out. There are many more books and information to come, Djpat Daddy. I believe that. Wow. Wow. You guys, I'm getting ready to drop the link. If anybody would like to come up, you could definitely come up to talk about this. Y'all, Takeoff was just released. Not Takeoff. Oh Lord, y'all know I'm tripping. Djpat. Djpat was just released on $1 million bond. I mean, I'm definitely in shock. Hold on. I clicked out of it. Let me see. Hold on. Y'all, what was Pat's last name again? What's DJ Pat's last name again? I don't forgot again. Um, Clark. Okay. I really believe they got Pat out so that they could kill him.
Major breaking update coming into our newsroom. Patrick Clark, the man accused of killing rapper Takeoff in Houston, posted his $1 million bond. His defense team tried to have it lowered, saying that he would not be able to come up with the cash to get out.
But apparently he was able to do just that tonight. Clark maintains his innocence. He is due to appear in court again in March. We will be gathering reaction to this major development overnight, so be sure to join us tomorrow morning for the latest.
Y'all, I just believe Pat gonna end up dead, and I believe it. I just
career right now, and so she was really in a bad.
I just do.
As it stands, Busby says there are 8 different women with lawsuits.
Big facts. Then case closed for Takeoff murder. I told y'all that they was gonna, I just, DJ Pat looked like, I don't know, he looked like hell. Looked like he has basically flipped out in jail. I really believe they're getting him out so that they could do something to him. You could look at his face and tell he has not been holding up good in jail. Look like he done flipped 5 or 6 times. Okay. With a person flipping out like him, and losing their minds, the people, he's been inside of the mob ties. They're gonna do all they can, Big Perm, to try to make him get off, because you have to think about, they got the mayor and all of them and the police chief working with them. DK Daddy says street justice is undefeated. I wonder what his bond conditions is. Remember, they were saying that his conditions was not to be around Jay Prince Jr., and I think Jay Prince kind of tried to he tried to fight against that. He tried to petition the courts or something, didn't he? You don't think they bonded him out for loyalty? No. It could be for loyalty. It could be, but I just it could be, because I just think that, DJ Pat and me personally, I saw little Cam over there by Takeoff. Me personally, I believe that's who, I'm more apt to believe that he killed him. But they said that, there were several guns. But I believe he was definitely a target, and they was doing what they was told to do. I wonder, is Lil Cam out? If he ain't out, I'm sure he'll be next to get out. They keep getting away with this stuff because they got the police chief and the mayor working with them. You know, they rub elbows with a lot of those politicians in that city. I think this is a shame. Okay. I'm getting ready to drop the link again for anybody that wants to come up. You could definitely come up. We're talking about Djpat out on bond. He's out. Okay, somebody paid that $1 million bond. And we're talking about the rap industry. They must have the feds in their pocket. I don't know. I would if I had to guess, I would say no. Because I mean, if a bond is set, if a person could come up with it, it could be paid. Republican says we are the real politicians, not any of those crooks. That's true. Crazy how they got H-Town sold up. They definitely do got H-Town sold up. They do. But y'all, this is crazy on a whole nother level. Like I am definitely in shock. I am. Yeah, it's a damn shame. I mean, just like, but right about now, it's just it don't look it, you know. But we knew that this was going to happen, y'all, in the beginning when that police chief got on there, and you could tell that his first priority, he's sitting up. You a damn police chief, and you sitting up talking about you wanted to sit down with the great celebrities of that city to come up with the conclusion. What in the hell can a celebrity say to you, and you're a police chief and got investigators and stuff on your team at the Houston Police Department? Why would you need to sit down with some celebrities? He should have been saying, I'm going to sit down with my investigators to make sure that we come up winning the rest. I don't give a damn who it is. Okay, but instead he was trying to get to the celebrities to make sure that they was okay after takeoff. Lost his life. And here's another thing. I still have not forgotten how that police chief looked very, agitated on the day that Djpat was indicted. And let's not act like we don't see that the police chief and Djpat looks identical twins. Hell, is that his damn nephew or something? Before that, if those people had not had cameras out, they was going to try and frame Migos bands. They was going to have people to say, multiple people to say, I believe that Migos bands was the shooter. The cameras show that he wasn't the shooter, which is why Jay Prince was so mad. Okay. Yeah, make sure y'all hit that like button. If you haven't hit the like button, please hit the like button. Let me see. If you haven't hit the like button, please hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. Definitely hit the like button. Okay. The princess sure did help with the bail. If they didn't post it, they did put out that false narrative that Migos bands did. Right, that's who they was gonna blame. Their intentions was to blame Migos bands. The cop just let Takeoff lay there and never tried to help him or nothing. Usually a cop, right? They laid there. You have to think about who was that way up at the top that was taking pictures of Takeoff's dead body laying there. That's just it's sad. It's sad and sick on so many levels. Hey, Dima.
Hey, Tam, how are you?
I'm great. How about yourself?
I'm okay. I haven't been up here in so long. I feel like I'm walking in new territory. And Happy New Year to everybody. I hope everyone has a blessed and prosperous new year. Stay safe, stay out the way like me. All I do these days, Tam, is go to work and come home. That's it. And that's all. I've been doing that anyway, but even more so now. I was
That's what you have to do.
Yeah, I was thinking earlier, I said Memphis is starting to make my city look like Disney World. It's a lot going on everywhere, but I just really wish these young boys could just stop it because it is always like a tennis match. You hit the ball, I hit the ball. You hit the ball, I hit the ball. And somewhere in the middle, somebody's got to fall. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's sad.
Do
It's
you
really
think
sad.
that is this surprising to you that Djpat has made bond?
No, it's not because that's what they've been working on, right? They've been working on first it was wasn't it 2 million at first?
Yeah.
And then they got a reduction down to 1 million. And I think they were trying to get a reduction from the million down to 300,000, right?
Right. That was the word. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So to me, I just kind of have it in my spirit. I just have an inkling that this is going to be a very speedy trial. They're probably going to let him off with something like manslaughter or something. I don't see this trial waiting years and years or taking years to go to trial. I think it's going to go to trial very quickly because they're only naming him as the sole uh, suspect or shooter at this point. Uh, what's that little boy? Cam was arrested, but they have yet to tie him or name him on the case. So it looks like DJ Pat will be riding solo on this, and I just kind of see it just being swept under the rug as a reckless homicide or manslaughter or something like that, which probably don't carry a lot of weight when it comes to time.
Right.
Now, had he still been locked up and could not make bail, and then they went ahead and started the trial, I really do believe that they would have let him out as on time served. Let's say they didn't start the trial for a year. So I think after a year, they would have just, they would just go ahead and let him out, saying it's time served with some flip flop floozy charge. Because I don't think he has a real background. I think back in 2018, they said that he was connected to some other case, but he wasn't indicted, to another shooting, but he wasn't indicted.
Mm. Well, who do you think the princes were the ones that came up with the money?
Well, now, we won't know that for sure. On paper, I'm sure it's going to name a relative. I think the last time that they were trying to get him out, his grandmother was in court and said that she would put up her house. So I'm just trying to figure out what happened to the sudden disappearance of the judge feelings on him being a flight risk, because I think that was a problem initially why he did not grant the bond, because he felt like he was a flight risk. So has that just magically disappeared in such a short time?
Right. That's true.
But
What was the motivation for him changing his mind on
yeah,
his
yeah.
stance?
But honey, like they say, money talks and BS walks. But I hate to say it, that sometimes street justice is undefeated. I'm gonna put you on mute for a minute.
Okay. And that's what a lot of people were saying, that if he does not get justice in the criminal justice system, then they feel like that it will be some street justice. um it's not like Jay Prince and them don't know that people are still unhappy, which is why you haven't seen Jay Prince Jr. them pop out anywhere. They did say he was in Memphis, but they say he had so many people around him, it was ridiculous. Okay. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Let me see how many likes we have. Please hit the like button. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. How you doing, player call? Hello?
What it do?
What's up?
Mind at the trap making it do what it do. What you doing? You good?
Yeah, I'm good. What you think about this?
About what
Are you
part?
surprised
You done went into a lot of stuff. So about what?
about Djpat making bond tonight?
Man, that was already in the making, man. Like I told you when I commented, man, it's a Houston thing. They made sure they looked out for dude. Like, to make it not look too suspicious, go and let a little couple of months go by. You go be up there and just sit tight. Cause all them people is tied in with each other.
Yeah, they are. To include the mayor and the police chief.
Yeah.
And ain't no telling how many, other people
So
that's
that
in
that really
politics
wasn't
there.
no shocking, It's just like, damn, he on out there. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no shocker.
It was real. It really was in the making. Yeah, yeah. Well, so what you think about also about this Big Scar and Gangsta Boo? Do you think that they accidentally overdose, or do you think that it's something behind it?
Now, when I heard about Boot House being broke in the next day, they kind of like, they hit me like, why was her house broken into? So like, well, I'm kind of feeling like in a way something else going on, but I can't say that because I'm not sure exactly what went on and why people went in her house for.
That means they looking at for something she got.
Yeah. Now with Big Scar, I just think he got some drugs off the street and didn't check on him. He just took them. Cause a lot of these rappers they be listening to that Kodak, and they knew the perk was fake, but I still ate it because I'm a gremlin. A lot of them be doing it for real. And when reality kick in, you'd have took that fentanyl and probably laid down, and you ain't waking back up.
Right. Well, they say she got out the car
Yeah,
and made it up to the porch and collapsed.
yeah,
So that means it kind of just took her down instantly.
right.
Okay. Yeah, it was her mama's house.
Yeah,
The state of Houston is off the chain with murder rate. Judges, mayor, chiefs, it's a hot mess. Wow. Wow.
you gotta
Hmm.
leave them pills alone.
I'm
All this
telling
shit.
you, do you think it's gonna be some street justice for Takeoff?
Yeah. You notice how all mob ties artists, none of them really been going to Atlanta. If they do go, Jay Prince and them ain't nowhere around.
Well, Jay Prince them couldn't even come to Takeoff's funeral.
They knew not to come to their funeral. Like, it's just too much. They're just putting icing on the cake.
Hmm. Well, I tell you. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button.
Yeah, they gotta go and run it up.
Yeah, make sure y'all run that up. But I was shocked. I was shocked.
Cause they write down everything.
I'm telling you. If you haven't hit the like button, please do. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel.
And make sure you hit that cash up.
Yeah, make sure you hit the Cash App. I still have slightly more people that are unsubscribers that look at the videos. Make sure y'all hit the subscribe button. Okay. Like I said, I had initially said I was gonna get back on and stay on for like an hour. And let's see, the state of Houston is off the chain with murder rate, her mama house. They been mixing fentanyl with other things. You can't do that. Wow. Lord have mercy. Rat poison and everything else I'm hearing.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna do a video on this, but I gotta bring it up. I know it ain't a part of the subject, but I just gotta touch on it. What you think about Lil Migos chain getting snatched?
Man, Lil Migo ass finna have to tighten up and go lay the smack down. Like them folks on his ass, and then like what I'm trying to see, the niggas that you paying that's around you that's supposed to be your hitters or whatever. Where the fuck these niggas at when all this shit happening to you? Like that's what these niggas get paid for. D-Dog, all of them. Where are these folks at?
That's true. Hell, it almost seemed like to me they set in the atmosphere for something for it, because let me see, because I was looking at that. Because I was like, well, maybe they didn't take his chain. Then I said, well, no, hell, yeah, he did take it.
Mm-hmm. And his label ain't too happy with it. I ain't gonna say his label. His CEO ain't too happy with it at all.
Because there go his chain right there. It's got Migo on it.
Yeah.
Did they say where he was at?
Nope. See, I haven't got that information yet. Like his people don't even want to talk about this situation.
Hey, Big Stepper.
Hey, what's going on, man?
What's going on? What you think about this?
So they said Lil Migo got kidnapped. You know what I'm saying? That's the rumor that's going around. They say he got kidnapped. That's how he got his stuff took.
Who kidnapped him? How did they get a chance to get their hands
I
on
don't
him?
know. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. That's what I was trying to figure out. But yeah, they say he got kidnapped. I don't know if he got backdoored or something. There's a lot of backdoor stuff going on too.
There's a lot of backdoor stuff going on.
You don't got no loyal people around you. Why you got to keep your circle small? You got to have your day ones with you.
Shit, that's what he had around. The niggas that be around him went to school with him.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. You might
How
know
did that
because
happen?
you just met like D-Dog, his other little homeboy.
Yeah.
They pulled
How
up
did
that
that
Road
happen,
Hero
though?
part. Them folks been around Migo since he was in middle school. Like, that's what I'm saying. Where the fuck these niggas at? That's what y'all get paid for.
How that happened, though? Like, I don't know if the rumor true about the kidnapping part, but it's just
okay,
crazy.
after the Road Hero incident, they already had get on his people ass. Like, when he moved, y'all moved type of shit. So, that's what I'm saying. How the fuck this shit happened?
Right.
Ain't nobody in his camp that ain't speaking on it. So, like, I really can't say because they won't say nothing about the incident at all.
I know he ain't even posted nothing. He ain't went live. He ain't, defending nothing.
Well, I don't know. His ass finna
Man, they got the ring
doing
of watch.
gospel rap. Them folks, they sick of his ass.
Dang, like they got, like the negatives to watch his ring. That dude, Grow Hero on live right now. Grow Hero and Kingdom Money, they on live right now. Ain't too long got out there live.
Are they?
Yeah.
Yeah, they said Jills will try to sell the chain to Kingdom Money.
Lord have mercy.
Not just a chain, the watch in the ring. They ain't just get the chain, they got the watch in the ring.
Yeah, it ain't looking too good for him because you hadn't recovered from the slap incident yet.
Maybe somebody broke it. Maybe somebody stole it or something. Like, you think there's somebody broke?
I don't know, because see, they won't say nothing. So, like,
I know.
I don't know, but all I know is, like, after this shit happened with him and Grove, his people was told, do not leave. He had to leave going nowhere by himself, no more. That's what was told to him.
Well, obviously, sure, he got caught. I mean, and something ain't going right. Maybe something going on in with his team.
And he ain't got no felonies, so he legal to burn on. So
he don't got no felonies. So he can legally, you know what I'm saying? And then in Tennessee, that's an open carry state.
Yeah.
Just like Texas. I don't know. You got ain't no excuse. He can have that thing on him at all times. Like, what's wrong with him?
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. That's why they hard on his ass right now. He gonna have to pipe up and do something.
It's either in you or it's not in you, man. Just what it is, man.
But see, I had been telling people there from day one, like, you know, people don't be listening. Like I told them, Migo is not no gangster, no street dude. Like his uncle and them is there. Like he's just a young nigga. You hear me?
Yeah.
He got into the rap game. But when you be rapping that gangster shit, that one time that you gonna have to be able to stand on this shit.
And then on top of that, you know, they're just being a follower with us. Like, why are you getting into their beef? Like, why you getting into it with Keyclub? It didn't make sense to me. And that's some follower stuff.
That shit crazy.
Well,
Like, you know.
So what y'all think is getting ready to be a war behind this? I mean, I'm trying to figure out how they get close enough to Migo to get his chain.
That's what I was trying to figure out. It don't make sense.
Like somebody gonna have to push behind it.
He had to got backdoor, man. Ain't no way. Somebody had to backdoor him. Ain't no way. That's the only way we can look at it. Cause was somebody broken his crib? Like somebody don't make sense. Cause I know he ain't just walking through Memphis by himself. He ain't just caught in those studios by himself.
Nah,
I know he ain't moving dumb like that. I mean, you got some people going 40 and 50 deep to the clubs. That's too many people.
He was able to get up on Migo some kind of way, and that's weird. I know. Unless they, you know, they punked out all the people around him too. Because how was they able to get up on him like that?
Right. Would they draw their guns before they can draw their guns or something? Or, like, that don't even make sense. If somebody got to be on point, at least a few of them got to be on point. I don't know. I'm thinking somebody must have broken his crib, though.
One thing about it, it gonna come all the way out.
CEO Jizzle, my family, and rest in peace, young dog.
He gonna have to say something.
He incarcerated right now. I know he loved this channel, and Migo's chain was took, not stolen, and we want $500K for it. Oh, they said rest in peace, young dog, and that's why we haven't seen him. He's in jail.
Damn.
I said they want $500K for it. What?
I thought he said he wanted $50K for it.
$50K? They're 50?
Well, they just put they want $500,000 for the chain.
Well, it look like there's gonna be another rich lord incident where somebody gotta go talk to him.
Nah, I don't think he's getting that back. And, you know, that's a different situation. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's really, you know what I'm saying, tension between, you know what I'm saying, them people anyway. So, I doubt if he even get that back. I mean, she shouldn't even want it back.
I was going to say he probably shouldn't. He probably shouldn't want it.
Because you know, they weren't supposed to happen from the get go. Like how they get up on him like that? Like they don't supposed to happen. Lucky he didn't lose his life. If it was like that, he's lucky he didn't lose his life.
I just wonder why all of this keep happening to Migos.
I mean, shit, you know, some Migos was talking. I mean, you know, some Migos put himself in that thing. He put himself in that.
Like I was saying, like if you know you ain't about their life, and you know these real street niggas you fucking with, and you know how they get down, like, man,
and then stop being a
niggas go try you. Like they don't care about no security. Young nigga full of that dope, they go try you.
Stop being a follower. If you didn't have problems before with nobody in POE, why have problems with them now just because you signed with somebody? Migo the only person being a follower, and nobody else over there being no follower. I mean, people say youngster, but I think youngster goes just do what he want. That's just what he want to do. Well, let's see him being a follower too. You know, if you ask me.
Well, youngster was a follower too because he was.
Yeah, yeah. So you can say that. You can say that. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but one thing about it though, nigga wasn't playing with youngster like how they playing with Migo. I ain't gonna sit there and say that nigga wasn't playing with youngster.
No, they wouldn't. They would. They definitely wouldn't. Man, Migo, man. I don't know, man. Like, it got to be some funny stuff going on with people around him, like some funny business. Like, That ain't right. Joe,
Quincy says, no, the price went up. The big dogs already called it, and youngster or Gotti got to pay. He says,
man, they don't want
on Flipper, that's what happened.
Man, first of all, that chain say Lil Migo, so I don't think youngster even care about this stuff. They ain't finna
youngsters
try to
ain't
get
gonna
back.
want to pay for no chain for the simple fact
No.
they go really still already in the hole. They spent all their money signing him and ain't really recouped their money. They not finna come out their pocket with nothing for his chain. And if he don't hurry up and handle his business, he ain't even finna be around them no more. I'm telling you.
That ain't no CMG heavy cam chain, so they don't really care about the chain. That's a Lil Migo chain. It say Lil Migo on there. So sure. Now that watch, you know what I'm saying?
Now if it's that Cartier watch, the youngster gave him, but I couldn't tell if it was a Cartier or not. But I know youngster did give him a Cartier watch.
I forgot what kind of watch they said, but it's a nice watch though.
Yeah, I seen it, but I couldn't tell what kind of was. That motherfucker icy.
Yeah, it's definitely got them diamonds in it. It's definitely hidden.
Quincy says, this ain't happened for none. This ain't happened to him for none. He spoke on the boss and tried to put money on Hero head, so we on his ass.
I know one thing, man, like, you know what I'm saying? This situation can lead to a lot of crazy stuff, though. Yeah. Even though it's already crazy out there, but, you know what I'm saying? Charles and White told him to call 911. He told White crazy, man. That man's a character, man.
All right, you guys. I said I was gonna get on for an hour. I'm sleepy. I am.
Man, you better go put some coffee on and mine pipe up. Man, I ain't no sleep.
So she got sleep.
You see the competition on me sleep, so you gotta outwork the competition. You know what?
Yeah, they probably sleep. They sleep all day.
I don't know if y'all heard. You know what I'm saying? Like Quavo new song. You know what I'm saying? He released a new song. I haven't heard it yet, but he released it. And that's crazy because the dude, you know what I'm saying, got released from jail.
Yeah, but I don't think Quavo had nothing to do with it. I think they're trying to equate that.
Nah.
Yeah, I don't think Quavo had. I don't believe Quavo had anything to do with the murder of his nephew.
Nah, he ain't had nothing to do with that. That's just a crazy situation.
That's just what the Cap blog is putting out there, trying to run some views up.
I'm just, I don't know. The dude's shooting wild, man. Like, he gonna try to claim self-defense, though. That's what he's trying to claim, self-defense.
What is he initially charged with?
You know what I'm saying? He'll initially charged with takeoff murder.
I'm saying, what kind of murder they charged with? First degree, reckless homicide?
I don't know. But I know his lawyer trying to get, you know what I'm saying, like they going for self-defense now. Because he on camera. Like, they got, you know what I'm saying, like, they got all the proof that he did it, but they going for self-defense. Because I guess it's going to be him and...
See, what happened, he probably might end up spending a lot of money on it, get it broke down to reckless homicide or negligent homicide or something like that. A lower murder charge.
Yeah, because I guess he's going to try to say self-defense because of Migo Benz. Maybe Migo Benz pulled his gun out. He was clutching on his gun. They're going to try to use all that.
But see, even up there in Houston, like, if it do get broke down, see, they strict on their time. Like, if you get a reckless homicide down here, just like if your record ain't fucked up, you probably get like 12 years and do like 6 on it. But up there in Houston, this shit might be like 15 and 45% or some shit like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Man, you know what I'm saying? I guess he had $1 million bond.
The surveillance will show.
Yeah. He had $1 million bond.
If they didn't manipulate it.
So he spent $100,000 to get up out of there. $1 million bond.
And I thought he had no bond at first.
No, he had a bond for $2 million, and they reduced it.
Yeah, he got it down. Yeah, he got it all the way down to $1 million.
Got up out of there.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, they gonna do 24-hour house arrest.
Well, do y'all think that they bailed him out so they could kill him?
Can't say.
You
He
know,
out for
I
something.
think
He
he got a
needs to
little
keep his
money. You know
mouth
what I'm saying?
closed and get him out the way. One of those.
He got a little money. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He owned that club up there. You know, he owned. I don't know if he owned 2 clubs. I know he owned the club out there. You know, his family got a little money too.
Wow. Wow.
To be
All
honest
right.
with you, young man.
Hey, I heard the sleepiness in your voice.
Yes, indeed. I'm finna get off of here and go
Yeah,
too.
go and get some
Y'all
rest,
know,
man.
yeah, because y'all know my grandbaby, I keep her and she's got my rest messed up. So
I'm gonna let
I
you.
had to get back on because I had promised everybody I was gonna get back on, but I would definitely be vlogging about this tomorrow. But I gotta get some rest tonight. Okay. I want to thank y'all for tuning in. I appreciate y'all so much. Player Code, I thank you for coming up. I want to thank everybody that stayed on for this hour. Y'all know this is the shortest live I've ever done, but I will be back on tomorrow. Okay. I love you guys. I'll talk with you later.